8 proven steps to attain wealth from scratch. Guess what? You don't need a rich family or a genius brain to hit the jackpot and become wealthy. While becoming a millionaire might sound like a distant dream for many, the good news is that it's actually doable. Achieving financial success isn't some super tough puzzle. With a solid commitment, clear goals, and a never give up attitude, you can turn that dream of your first million into a real accomplishment. Ever wonder why some smart folks with fantastic ideas still struggle with being broke? Well, having great ideas is just the starting point. You've got to have a plan and take action to turn those ideas into something real. The secret sauce? Get your brilliant ideas out of your head and into the real world one step at a time. Becoming wealthy isn't some magical spell, it's a choice you make. If you're always spending more than you earn, drowning in loans and credit, you'll end up stuck in a debt pit that'll keep you far from savings and investments. But here's the kicker. Opt for a more balanced lifestyle. You don't have to give up all the good stuff, just be smart about your spending. Do you really need those pricey designer clothes all the time? By questioning your purchases and making sensible decisions, you can use your money way more wisely. Meet Grant Cardone, a guy who's been in the game for 35 years helping people and businesses get richer. He wrote the Millionaire Booklet, How to Get Super Rich, and he's dead set on this. Anyone, yes, even you, can get wealthy, no matter where you're from or what you've got. Starting from zero, no problem. Grant Cardone runs 4 companies making millions and is dishing out 8 proven steps to snag your wealth from the ground up. Ready to turn those dreams into cash? Let's dive in. Number 1. Shift your mindset. Getting on the road to a millionaire lifestyle kicks off when you change the way you think. It's not only your current situation, education, or job holding you back from hitting the wealth jackpot. It's mainly what's going on in your head. If you keep thinking you'll never make it, you're basically tripping up your own potential. Flip the script. Start adopting the belief that you've got what it takes. Becoming a millionaire isn't some far-off dream. It's totally doable. Number 2. Perform a math task. Start thinking about the different ways you can hit that $1 million mark. Picture this. Selling a product for $100 to 10,000 folks or selling something for $200 to 5,000 people, either way, you're hitting that coveted $1 million goal. Thanks to the internet and platforms like eBay or Facebook ads, reaching a massive audience is totally doable. Just saying, I want to get rich, isn't enough for serious wealth building. The key move is to create a solid plan and get it down on paper. Crafting a financial strategy doesn't just mark the beginning, it sets the stage for success. Think about opening a restaurant without a plan. Success would slip through your fingers. How much cash do you aim to pull in during the first, second, and third years? How many customers should stroll in each week to hit the target? What's the investment needed to keep the customers coming? These are the real deal questions you need to tackle. Naturally, your financial plan should be as flexible as a Monopoly box, ready for surprises and factoring in the what-ifs. It's like planning your moves on a board game, covering all possibilities for ultimate success. Number 3. Generate income from 3 different sources. Relying solely on one job for your income is like walking a tightrope. If that company suddenly shuts its doors, you're left high and dry without a dime. The thing is, trying to build wealth with just one paycheck is like trying to fill a pool with a teaspoon, no matter if you're in the public or private sector. The old idea of lifetime job security is pretty much a relic now. Sure, having a stable job and financial security are crucial, but here's the real game changer. Diversify your income sources. Wealthy folks don't put all their eggs in one basket. They've got money flowing in from different directions. So instead of relying on just a single income stream, think about having at least 3. Get into financial investments, try your hand at online selling, start a blog, dip your toes into the stock market, offer language teaching services online, rent out your place through Airbnb. The options are vast. It's like having a financial safety net that can catch you from different angles. Number 4. Acquire a skill that can lead to a high income. A high-income skill is basically a talent that can rake in a minimum monthly income of $10,000 or more. The cool thing about these skills is that they don't demand any financial investment upfront, 0 monetary risk. All you gotta do is find something you enjoy, get good at it, and then find people willing to pay for your services. Take copywriting for example. It's all about crafting compelling written content for ads, sales pages, Facebook ads, email marketing, you name it. Copywriting is a high-income skill because it has the potential to bring in over 10 grand a month. Sure, there's a bit of a learning curve, but lucky for us, there's a ton of free info online to get you started. If you want to speed up the process, you can invest in a solid copywriting course or some good books. Once you've got the skill down, the next step is finding clients. You can offer your copywriting magic to help them jazz up their website content, boost their conversion rates, and make their business shine. The internet is like a treasure trove for opportunities like this. But just a heads up, making money online comes in different flavors, and hitting the jackpot requires some specific moves and strategies. It's like a puzzle, and you gotta figure out the right pieces to make it work. Number 5. Spend time with the right crowd. The idea of a crisis is pretty subjective. We often hear people say there's a crisis because they're short on cash, but that's not exactly true. Money itself stays consistent. It doesn't just vanish. The notion of a money shortage is usually off the mark. In reality, money holds its value, and sometimes there's even more of it floating around due to the constant printing by banks to reach customers. To really hit the bullseye with your products or services, align your efforts with their nature. For instance, if you're selling wedding stuff, get involved in groups where newlyweds hang out. If Rolex watches are your thing, spend time in high-end social circles in your city. Now, when it comes to finance and business, it can get pretty tricky, especially if you're not an expert. Figuring out if an investment is safe and profitable requires specialized knowledge. Going the DIY route might expose your money to some risky ventures and mess up your financial or business plans. That's why surrounding yourself with pros is key. These experts know the ins and outs, helping you make smart decisions and boosting your chances of entrepreneurial success. So don't be shy. Seek their guidance and you'll be on the path to optimal decisions and business triumphs. Number 6. Save. If you're someone who often makes sudden, unplanned purchases, here's a heads up. It's crucial to start building the habit of saving from your very first paycheck. The worst move you can make is splurging on excessive spending. While it's totally okay to want some satisfaction, my suggestion is to allocate only a specific portion of your earnings for this. Let's say 10%. The rest, well, it's smarter to set it aside or reinvest it. Avoid blowing money on things like fancy vacations, luxurious cars, pricey watches, or over-the-top meals at famous restaurants. Stick to your usual way of life, resist the urge of impulse buys, and consider opening a separate savings account. Treat that account like a no-touch zone for your savings. It's a game changer. Number 7. Invest. Once the money starts rolling in, the temptation to dive into a lavish lifestyle and splurge immediately is pretty strong. While there's nothing inherently wrong with wanting the good stuff, here's a nugget of wisdom. Stash your newfound earnings in a separate account and resist thinking of them as ready-to-spend cash. Instead, see them as potential new investments, not as funds for spur-of-the-moment vacations or unnecessary purchases. Those can wait for another day. Here's the golden rule. Don't put all your eggs in one investment basket. Diversify. Spread your investments across different shares, so if one takes a hit, the others can pick up the slack and cushion your losses. While it's unlikely for all stocks to go south, it's not entirely impossible. Diversifying your portfolio helps manage risks. Let me break it down with an example. Imagine it's 1988 and you've got 10 grand to invest. You spread $1,000 each across 10 different investments, including one in Microsoft. History shows Microsoft hit the jackpot. Now, let's say the other 9 investments tanked, resulting in a complete loss. But thanks to Microsoft, you still walk away with 500 grand in your pocket. That's why diversification is key. A well-constructed portfolio can weather setbacks and keep delivering solid returns. And number 8, avoid getting into debt. No matter how wealthy you are, being in debt essentially makes you a slave to the banking system. You end up working solely to repay debts and maintain a certain lifestyle, even if it means staying in a job you dislike. So it's crucial to avoid borrowing money. If you have dreams of starting your own business or taking on a project that requires debt, it's better to hold off until you can cover all the costs independently. This way, you eliminate risks and the lack of funds pushes you to find creative solutions to problems. That wraps up today's video. I hope it was informative and beneficial. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.